EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Gordon on first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They run with Collins.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know.
and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Lucky 56.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Williamson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Joey Bosa. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now it's Jackson. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Slow.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Allen's first catch. Good for a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Now a handoff looking right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Taylor now off the bootleg. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back there, Philly. Here we go.
Off the play fake. Williamson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He's going to air one out. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Play action, it's Taylor. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Back there, Philly. Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, Williamson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the run, this is Jackson. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it with Jackson. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Taylor on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Taylor. Allen has it left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 3rd down, Taylor. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Williamson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st down, Williamson, throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
Leopard! Gun!
Operating from the gun, Williamson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up a third down. Off play action. Williamson. Wide open receiver complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Williamson being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd down, Collins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. To throw on 3rd down, Williamson. And that is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball, a little dangerous, could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Taylor. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you to our the second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This one taken from the 7. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down, Williamson. He's going to sling this, and that's caught inside the 30. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw on second down. Williamson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big three-point play right there, couldn't it?
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now Taylor to throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Pressure up the middle, and down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll run it on the toss. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield. And
a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Taylor. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Here's Drew Kaiser now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Escaping, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Operating from the gun, Williamson. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Williamson looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hubbard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Williamson. Flush to his right. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a fourth down. Well played.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So out come the Chargers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot with the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play. They come up on a 1st and goal, and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll give to the fullback. This is Watt. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a lot of headway on that carry, but when you're dealing with a defensive line that can cover up your center, sometimes you got to think about getting out of that play. Not going to be a lot of space when that happens.
He'll get it up the middle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's the fullback, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers can now take the lead with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe
Super toe.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. to throw. Williamson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a first down run with Collins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone. Detroit.
He's back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. He may try and run for this. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And this one is right through. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. He'll look to throw. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Taylor going to try and hurry him to the line. One last shot for Taylor. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Oakland, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2 and 4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.